Well, the clock appears to be ticking on diplomacy with Tehran. The U.S. continues to surge warships, fighter jets, and other assets in the Iranian area as President Trump weighs potential limited military strikes if talks should fail. Tehran insists it will not back down, while U.S. lawmakers prepare a war powers vote. Lucas Tomlinson is at the White House with the latest for us. Lucas.
Good afternoon, John. Iran's foreign minister says he's going to have a draft of a proposed nuclear deal completed and submitted to the United States in the next 2 or 3 days. And officials say, depending on what's on that paper, will determine whether or not President Trump orders strikes on Iran.
They better negotiate a fair deal. They better negotiate. You know, the people of Iran are a lot different than the leaders of Iran. And it's very sad situation. But 32,000 people were killed over a relatively short period of time.
Right now, there's over 100 refueling planes either in the Middle East or Europe. That's double the amount used for the B-2 strike during Midnight Hammer. And 15 of those tankers are in the Azores right now in the Atlantic, which were used to refuel the B-2s back in June. A missing ingredient among the dozens of fighter jets on the ramp in Jordan right now, F-22s. The Raptors are in Britain right now and have not made their way to the Middle East. Over the summer, if you recall, John, F-22s showed up 4 days before Midnight Hammer. And let's not forget the guided missile submarine USS Georgia, which launched 30 cruise missiles at Isfahan in June as part of Midnight Hammer, the third nuclear site. That submarine likely still lurking under the water in theater, fully kitted out with 154 Tomahawks on board with a 1,000-mile range, each of them. The USS Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group passed through Gibraltar yesterday. She's still 3 to 4 days away from the Eastern Med and the Suez Canal. In the Eastern Med, her destroyers could help protect Israel, her jets to strike Iran if necessary, with the help of those tankers I just mentioned. And today at Tehran University and other schools throughout Iran, thousands of students protested their government at the start of a new semester, demanding change. General Jack Keane says Iran is very vulnerable right now.
If we do nothing, Iran begins to recover. They'll continue to support the proxies. They'll rebuild their ballistic missile program, which they've been doing since June, by the way. They'll attempt to recover their nuclear enterprise, and things will just go back to normal.
And Iran's foreign minister also says his country has no plans to suspend uranium enrichment and says the U.S. side has not asked him to. John?
All right, Lucas Tomlinson at the White House. Lucas, thanks.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.